What about Arcturus, though? Can you guide Arcturus in the suns? Do you think you can guide Arcturus anywhere you want? You think Arcturus can be guided at all? Well, you can't do it, Job. Only I can do that. What's he talking about here? Let me read to you about a little bit about Arcturus. Garrett Serviss again wrote that Arcturus is one of the greatest suns in the universe, is a runaway star whose speed of flight is about 257 miles per second. It is massive. So massive, in fact, it's positioned right there in that unusual position there in the constellation. And it happens to be so massive that it is not affected by other gravitational objects. It's like a bull in a china shop. It goes wherever it wants to go. And it's huge and it's fast. It's traveling a lot faster than, say, our sun. This is a fast, heavy star that Charles Buckhalter of the Chabot Observatory, he wrote a book called Wonder Worlds. He says Arcturus' high velocity places that in a very small class of stars that apparently are a law unto themselves. So when this passage of Job was written to this expert, and he was asked to comment on it, it took him back. And he spent some time studying it, and Pleiades and Arcturus, to see what in the world, how could this be so coincidental? This is what he wrote when he got done. This is Mr. Burkhalter. The study of the book of Job, in its comparison with the latest scientific discoveries, has brought me to the matured conviction that the Bible is an inspired book and was written by the one who made the stars. That was interesting, I thought. Because he happens to get the features of these three, Job happens to get the features of these three constellations right. Now, when we started, we asked this question. We've got ancient accounts of the flood. How do we know that these ancient accounts aren't the ones we should trust rather than the biblical ancient account? Well, we can simply ask a question. Do these ancient accounts get other hidden features of science accurately correct? And we've talked about a few of these. And if we said, hey, can we go to this source? Can we go to either the Epic of Gilgamesh or the Epic of Atrahasis to get answers? No, we can't. But it turns out there is an ancient text that describes the flood that gives us persuasive answers to all of those questions. It's called the Old Testament. And if you talk about, we didn't talk about this today, but I talk about it a little bit in the book, of how carefully these documents were transmitted, how carefully they have been confirmed by archaeology, and even how they've been confirmed by prophecy that's been fulfilled. I think we have a persuasive argument that this is a reliable text we can trust as it describes what happened with Noah.